come from my village school. My dress was dusty from sitting on the floor in my class. I was outside our compound. My feet was planted deep in the green lush grass. There was this itch on my feet. You know that itch? The one that is so bad, it's so sweet, it brings tears to your eyes? That one. You see, there was this parasite that had attacked my feet. I really wish and hoped that she had not noticed. Then she called me. That was the general, the name we gave my grandmother. So I quickly ran into the house, and my two uncles were waiting for me behind the door. They quickly grabbed me and pinned me on the table, the only furniture in that room. They pinned me there with my legs hanging on the side of the table. My grandmother came, and with her stool and a needle, she gently, slowly started taking out the jiggers from my feet. An hour later, after my cries and my moans, I stood up and looked at my feet. I looked at the pea-sized jiggers that they had taken out of my feet. And I knew this was only happening to me because I didn't have a pair of shoes. 2 weeks later, my grandmother tells me I'm going to a town school at the border of Kenya and Uganda in Busia town. Oh my God, I was so happy, I was excited. Finally, I was going to become a town girl. I could only imagine what that felt like. Tall buildings, smell of a town. I wonder what I would look like. And so the day soon came, and we went to buy our uniform. And the blue checked uniform that they bought me was so pretty. The black shining shoes, oh my God, I could see myself in the reflection of these shoes. They must have cost so much money. Well, the day soon comes and I go to school. And as it is the norm in those days, the new kid in the class gets picked first. So in this class, I realize that it is an English lesson. And my heart sinks. You see, I cannot speak a word of English. And it is reading day in this class. They have this book on top of the desk. And the teacher tells me, "New girl, could you read the title of that book?" I blankly look at the teacher. And the teacher realizes that this girl does not understand what I'm saying. So the teacher says to me in Swahili exactly what she had said in English. And so I look at the very long word, and I timidly say, "Cha me le on." And the whole class burst into laughter. I was so humiliated. I was so humiliated. I just wanted to die. Then the teacher said, "Class, what is that word?" And they all said, "Chameleon." I really wish that this class would just come to an end. And for sure, I did not pay attention in that class. I sat quietly, and eventually the teacher left. The girls in this class came around me, and they started to poke at me. They started to jeer. They called me the village chameleon. You see, it is not what they said, it is how they said it. They said it with pity. They said it as if to mean that I was poor. Didn't they understand the wealth in which I came from? The green, lush grass on my feet, the smell of cows, the birds chirping, the chickens, the fresh air. Didn't they understand where I came from? You see, I had this burning sensation at the back of my eyes, and there was this mango in my throat. And as tears started to pour down, I remembered the general and her kind eyes as she waved at me the last day I saw her when I was leaving the village, as if to tell me it's going to be okay. I annoyedly wiped away my tears and I made a resolve that this village chameleon was going to be the best English speaker in that school. Now, 22 years later, I moved back to a village with an itch, but this time it was not the jiggers kind of itch. It was an itch to change the narrative about girls coming from villages like me. It was about changing how people perceive women who come from rural communities. Today, I run an organization in Mogotio in Baringo County that not only creates opportunities for over 5,000 girls to finish their education through the engagement of boys to end female genital mutilation, but to provide access to reproductive health for women in hard-to-reach communities so that they can thrive as well and they can come out of poverty. Thank you.